July 22nd, departing from Midwest National, going to Washington Municipal. Gosh. Oh, the mic's over here. Saturday, July 22nd, departing from Midwest National, going to Washington Municipal, to Portage to Oshkosh. Alright, flaps up. Parking brake set. Someone's around. Battery on. Throttle cracked. Fuel shut off on. Ignition switch is on. Clear prop. I'm gonna give it a second and go again. It fired, it just didn't stay. Okay. Clear prop. belts, canopy, trim, laps, switches, temps are nicely warmed up. Fuel quantity set. So, motor set. Radio and transponder set. Auto valve is all the way on. Alright, run up to 2,000. Up. Up. Run up complete. Light controls free and correct. Let's do it. Midwest National Traffic, Sonics 816 Kilo Tango, taking off 18 Midwest. Yep, that one's alright. Stick back, track and center line. Mixture set. Throttle coming up. All power. Midwest National Traffic, Sonic 604 Charlie Mike. Airspeed alive. Northbound departure. Good luck. And close. Why am I not making full power? Midwest National Traffic, Sonic 816 Kilo Tango. Downwind 18, going to orbit the airport one time, Midwest. base 18 orbiting the airport, Midwest. Hey, Dad. I'm behind you. I'm gonna do one more orbit. The engine's not making full power. When I go to full throttle, it gets a little rough. It's cleaning up. I'm at 3,200 now, but on that takeoff and downwind earlier, it was only at 3,000.
Okay, I'll just follow. Just let me know what you want to do.
Okay. the north, Midwest. National traffic, Sonic flight of 2, departing the area to the northeast, Midwest. Switch.
I'm up.
I'm up.
Everything good with the engine?
I think it's all good now. I think it was just kind of cold.
Okay, so just needed to warm up and kind of get loose and making more power?
Yep. Now it's up to 3,300 when I go to full power, and I'm cruising at 3,150.
Okay, alright, good.
I used a gallon of fuel flying circles around the airport though there.
Yeah, I was looking at that. I used, I'm showing 1.4 gallons. That's okay. If we need to stop early, we can. I don't think we're going to have a problem. I like all these fog puddles.
What was that?
Not so many over here, but over by the river there are all the low-lying areas full of fog.
Oh yeah.
Fog puddles. I'm coming up on your right side.
Okay.
I'd kind of dropped back a little bit and I was below you, so I had to kind of get caught up.
Look good up there.
Yeah, you do too. The sun is shining off your plane. It's nice and sparkly.
traffic, Sonics flight of 2, 5 miles west, entering on a 45 to downwind, runway 31 at Washington. Washington. Yeah, that must be it. There we go, there's the airport. Washington traffic, Sonics flight of 2, 45 to downwind, runway 31, Washington. Washington traffic, Sonics flight of 2, downwind 31, Washington.
Alright, traffic, helicopter 71 up Charlie is currently 10 to the north at 1,800, sending inbound Washington County Hospital, Washington.
Washington traffic, Sonics flight of 2, final 31, Washington. Washington traffic, Sonics clearly active. Alright, battery on. Props up, brakes engaged, battery on. Throttle. Fuel shut off. Switches. Mixture. 2, 3. Okay. Altimeter 750. Good. Alright, watching the traffic.
I'm ready.
Belts.
I'm ready.
B. Finishing my checklist. Trim. Laps. Switches. Added 9 gallons. Washington traffic, Sonics Flight of 3, departing 18, Washington. Alright, make sure that. Back in center line, stick back, throttle coming up. Airspeed's alive. traffic, Sonic's flight of 3, downwind 18, departing the area to the north. Sonic switch 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I'm up.
Alright, looking good, Eyes. Eric, are you still back there? I am. Can you read me? Yep, you're very good. Eyes, you might need to slow down just a bit and let everybody catch up.
Okay. I'm going to climb up to 2500 to cruise.
Okay, when you get to 2500, just slow down a bit. Oh yeah, much nicer here. Yeah, we're in the half the booth here. Yeah, I need 2 places. Eric, everything good with your engine? Yeah, everything looks good. You guys don't need to wait up for me if you go ahead and go. But one of our true emphasis is a state that doesn't have a state income tax, so. What was that, Mike? Oh, I thought you said something. Never mind.
I'm slowing down up here at 2400.
Okay, sounds good, Isaac. I can see you guys really well. Especially Isaac and the wife. Yeah, his plane always looks sharp.
Thank you. I see you on my right side, Dad.
everything good on your engine?
Yep.
Perfect. What RPMs are you at, Isaac?
I'm at 3,000 right now.
About 2940 be coming up on you. Isaac, he's got that Prince prop. He's faster than you.
Upgrade.
Yeah, I'm like 2880 and I'm in ground speed 120, indicated 113.
Oh, that's just not fair. I gotta get in line with Lonnie to get a prop.
Eric, if you come out to the hangar one time and your prop is missing, you might know what happened. I'd probably give it to Isaac. Been watching your videos, bud.
Eric, I can't see you yet. How far back are you?
Probably a quarter mile. I'm a little to the right, so I'm probably catching up to you. I'll come to the right of you, Jeff. Why don't you swing over to Isaac's left, and I'll get a picture from this angle of both of you guys.
Oh, cool.
You got it. I'll come around left.
I see you back there, Eric.
What was that?
I see you coming up. That yellow looks good.
Alright, yep, I'm back at you. Do another 80, and I'll take forward, and then we'll do a half a point down on the I'll try to get in a straight line here with Isaac. That looks good. I think I got a couple good ones.
Dad, why don't you slide behind me and get a picture with Eric? I'll take a picture.
Alright, do you want me to move behind you?
Yeah, you can slide over to my left and his right.
Okay.
And if you two fly close to each other, I'll go a little bit higher so I can see the invasion stripes.
Okay, Eric, if you just hold your line, I'll move up on your side. I will hold my line.
That looks cool. Yeah, you look great, Eric. Are you on just a high idle to keep up, to slow down for us AeroBee guys? I wouldn't say it's a high idle, but I do have to pull it back. That AeroBee does pretty good on all things considered. I love mine. It's got 2 less cylinders and a whole lot less displacement, and it does pretty darn good compared to the Jabiru. Not bad at all. Alright, I think I got a couple good ones.
Awesome. Alright, now it's time to go find those crop dusters and get a little even.
Strength in numbers, we'll get them.
I've been dancing with them all week. We were out flying before and 2 of them jumped me. There's been 4 of them going out of Washington for a couple of weeks. Quick break off a little left and slow down so I can see you guys. Okay.
I'm going to come to the right a little bit to get back on course.
Okay, I'll come right also.
Is it out there? Oh. Thank you. Have a good one. Portage to Oshkosh. Stops up, brake on. Clear prop. Battery on. Throttle crack open. Fuel setup on. Ignition's on. Mixer.
Northwest. Portage traffic, Cessna 116 to form, clear of 36, taxi to fuel, Portage. Traffic.
Portage traffic, Sonic's flight of 2, taking off 1836. Portage.
Hey guys, what the scene, let's go. Traffic. Ready when you are.
Portage traffic, Sonic's flight of 2, taking off 36. Portage. Set. Pick back, mixture set. Back in center line. Tunnel coming up. Airspeed's alive. Climb.
Portage area traffic, 9132 Whiskey, can enter left downwind for runway 22, Portage. Traffic 9132 Whiskey, left base, 22, full stop, Portage.
Portage traffic, Sonic's flight of 2, departing to the northeast. Portage.
Portage traffic, Scott G58, your uniform is about 6.5 due south. I'm going to be entering the left downwind at 45 for runway 36. I'll circle back to the left downwind for 36, Scott. navigated to Oshkosh?
Roughly, I just pointed us kind of towards Endeavor Bridge.
Okay.
I'll start sliding over to the side and I can drop it behind you.
Okay, just stay there and I'll just kind of move up a little.
Okay. What altitude do you want to head over at? We're going to need to be at 1800 for the approach.
2000 to 2200 is probably fine for now. Hey Roger, let's switch over to 2270. Okay, 2270.
Okay, I'm throttling back so you can catch up. Engine's looking good. It's a little bit warmer, but it's running fine.
Okay, good. All right, 125.9. Can you hear me, Bill? I got it 17. I'm sorry, 125.9. Now go. 125.9. Go.
Pointing pretty much at the southeast corner of Puckway Lake.
Okay. You know, as you're doing fine, you just keep leading.
Say that again, please.
Just said you're doing fine, just keep leading.
I'm going to see what the ATIS says.
Okay.
I can't pick it up yet. Looking at an ADSB though, I can see the Congo line forming.
Is he up?
I'm here.
You see that Zenith out down low at 1 o'clock?
What, at 1 o'clock?
You got a traffic low at 1 o'clock.
Traffic in sight.
Anybody in the holds?
I didn't hear anything on the ATIS.
Yeah, I didn't either. Zenith is not going to make 105, so we're going to go past him.
Okay. he's gonna make it. I'm going pretty fast, not really overtaking him.
Okay, then I'm going to swing to the left a little bit and just give him a little bit of room.
Okay.
The range on to Loma. Don't go to Loma. Okay, he's turning to the approach. We need to kind of get in behind him.
Yeah, I'm slowing down to get dropped behind him some.
I'm going to move to your other side.
Okay.
Just keep following and I'm going to stay on you.
Okay.
You ever hear anything on the ATIS?
No.
You might need to back off him. I think you've got less spacing than you need.
Okay.
Philip.
I'm here.
You good, or you want me to lead?
Can you pull in and lead?
Okay, why don't you just kind of swing to the right and then back in behind me?
Okay.
You're going to have to swing further right and maybe slow down a little bit, then you can cut back in. That's good. Now you'll come back and get right on my wing. The top is going to have to be 9,000 or something like that. And the winds are 3309 up here. And the visibility is awesome and it's nice and cool. There's a baby bottom up here at 95.
Okay, I'm on you.
Tires be up.
I'm here. I'm on you.
Okay, 8 is center landing boat 27 and 36. So just be ready for an assignment. Visibility 10, tide clear below 1, 2000. Temperature 23, 2.17, altimeter 10er, RNAV, runway 27 approaching you. VFR arrival procedures in effect. Auxiliary leg transition. Runway 27, runway 36 left and right, continue. Under approach frequency on 1.
Okay, runway 36.
It's going to be either 27 or 36. They're landing both.
Okay.
120.7.
120.7, got it.
RV, half mile south of 5th, rock your wings. Excellent rock. Turn right heading 090, follow the east-west road. Expect runway 36, enter a left base for runway 36. Thanks for that turn. We see it. Monitor tower on 126.6. Welcome to Oshkosh. Half mile south of 5th, rock your wings. Excellent rock. Continue northeastbound up the railroad track. Stay at 1,802. You're on the downwind and a right downwind to runway 27. Your monitor tower on 118.5. Welcome to Oshkosh. Twin, half mile south of 5th, rock your wings. Good rock, twin. Turn right heading 090. Follow the east-west road to runway 36. Left base for runway 36. For that quick turn, monitor tower on 126.6. Welcome to Oshkosh. Thanks for the help. Second. How about 2 o'clock? High wing, half mile south of 5th, rock your wings. Great rock, high wing, continue northeastbound along the railroad track. Stay at 1,800 until you're on the downwind and enter a right downwind to runway 27. Monitor tower 118.5 for runway 27. Welcome to Oshkosh. Low wing, half mile south of 5th, rock your wings. There it is. That's pretty good there. Okay. Turn right heading 090. Follow Fisk Avenue in a left base runway 36. Welcome to Oshkosh. Going to 36, monitor 126.6, 26.6. Attention all aircraft on frequency. We're landing runway 27 and runway 36. If you get assigned runway 27, the frequency will be 118.5 when we switch you. If you're going to 36, you'll monitor 126.6 when we switch you, which will be at Fisk or after. RV, half mile south of Fisk, rock your wing. Good rock, RV. Continue northeastbound up the railroad tracks. In a right downwind to runway 27. Maintain 1,802. You are on monitor tower 118.5. Welcome to Oshkosh.
172, we were already on transition.
RV, half mile south of Fisk, rock your wing. Good rock, RV. Turn right heading 090. Follow the east-west road to runway 36 and our left base for runway 36. Thanks for that quick turn. Monitor tower 126.6. Welcome to Oshkosh. Approaching Ripon, Mooney, and the Bonanza, 2,300, request north. Roger. Alright, just a reminder for everybody joining us over the railroad tracks, we need you directly over the railroad tracks. Not to the left of them, not to the right of them, straight over the railroad tracks. We need a nice single file line when you get here. If you come here and you're side by side, you might have to do it again. everybody inbound for Oshkosh today. We're using the Puckaway Lake transition. When you get to Puckaway, pick out an aircraft of similar performance and follow that aircraft half mile until directly over the railroad tracks, 90 knots. V-tail half mile south of Fisk. Rock your wings. Excellent rock for my V-tail. Turn right heading 090. Follow Fisk Avenue. Left base for runway 36. Thanks for that turn. Monitor tower 126.6. Welcome to Oshkosh. Alright, everybody off a rip, and you have got to be nose to tail. We can see it from here. We see airplanes that are not over the railroad tracks. When you get here, you will get turned around. We will turn you back out. We need a single file line. Alright, we see quite a group coming south of Fisk, and they're not in line. When you get here, if you're not in line, we're going to have to break several of you out. Alright, along the railroad tracks, need a half mile, 90 knots. Half mile, nose to tail, no side by side, no over-unders. Get it in line. Alright, I can still see somebody off from the railroad tracks. Need you over the railroad tracks. By flight that's coming up, rock your wings, please. Just the flight. Alright, the high wing half mile south of Fisk, rock your wings. Alright, high wing, give me a better rock. Okay, there you go. We're going to runway 27, up the railroad tracks, right down on runway 27, stay at 1,800. RV over Fisk, rock your wings. Alright, start a right-hand turn. RV, start the right-hand turn. The one RV that just rocked, start a right-hand turn. Alright, there's a whole bunch of RVs over, all four of you over Fisk, just turn left and break out. All four of you, turn left, break out. If you're directly over Fisk, just turn left. There you go, I see the turn. Alright, Cherokee, start a left turn. Alright, high wing over Fisk, rock your wing. Alright, good, turn right heading 090, follow Fisk Avenue to 36 left base. Alright, and if I made you do a left turn, go back to Puckaway. If you did a left turn, go back to Puckaway. For the high wing that just made the right turn 090, follow Fisk Avenue, left base for 36. Monitor tower 126.6. If you're still on this frequency and you're going to runway 27, you need to be on 118.5. If you're going to 36, you need to be on 126.6. Everybody that got turned out, stay north of the lakes, go back to Puckaway Lake, north of the lakes, back to Puckaway Lake, resume the arrival. We need everybody front to tail, no side by side, directly over the railroad tracks. We can't do anything with you when there's a bunch of people side by side over Fisk.
Runway assignment for the blue one right here.
Where are you at?
Right behind the high wing.
Which, are you over the railroad track northeastbound?
Affirmative.
Okay, then you're going to go to runway 27, 118.5. Stay at 1,800, right down onto 27, 118.5. Low wing, half mile south of Fisk, rock your wings. Alright, no rock, low wing, half mile south of Fisk. I need a good wing rock. There you go, that's better. Turn right, heading 090. Follow Fisk Avenue, that's the east-west road, left base for runway 36. Start that right turn.
Part of flight of 2 to Mooney.
Okay, where's the flight of 2?
Flight of 2 is 2.5 miles south of Fisk.
Okay, thank you. Alright, my Mooney that's over the east-west road for 36, monitor tower 126.6.
Dude, what are you doing? I am trying to stay in line with this one. What are you doing?
High wing, south of Fisk, half mile south of Fisk, rock your wings.
Looks like
like you're trying to cause an accident is what you're doing.
All right, we need this frequency, please. All right, the high wing that just rocked, turn right, 090, follow Fisk Avenue.
Turning right.
Are you a tail dragger?
No.
Okay. And the low wing over Fisk High, rock your wings. Okay, the one that just rocked your wings, you're a tail dragger?
Correct.
Okay, the tail dragger that just rocked your wings, continue northeastbound, watch out for your left, you got one overtaking you off your left, just fall in behind the Mooney, you're going to go to 27, the Mooney, turn right, 090, I need you to go to runway 36, turn right, get over the east-west road, Mooney. Bonanza 98 Romeo, turn right. By Skyhawk over Fisk, follow the railroad tracks northeastbound, Skyhawk over Fisk, rock your wings to acknowledge. Good rock. You're going to 36, 126.6, you're going to 27 beyond 118.5. Bonanza 98 Romeo, looks like you took an early turn out and go back to Puckaway Lake, resume the arrival, Bonanza 98 Romeo.
Turn right for Puckaway Lake.
Thank you. High wing, half mile south of Fisk, rock your wings. Good rock, are you a tail dragger? Okay, 27 for you, continue northeastbound up the railroad tracks. Maintain 1,800 until you're on the downwind. Expect runway 27, the wind's 118.5, or the monitor tower 118.5.
Anyway, for 36.
Yeah, name right now for 36. RV, half mile south to Fisk, rock your wings. Good rock, RV, turn right, 090, follow the east-west road, left base for runway 36. Go and start that right turn now, please. Thank you. Good right turn, 126.6 for you, monitor 26.6. Bonanza over Fisk, rock your wings. Good rock, continue northeastbound up the railroad tracks, maintain 1,800, right downwind runway 27, monitor tower 118.5. All right, everybody coming into Fisk, I need half mile and trail, 90 knots directly over the railroad tracks, not left of them, not right of them, directly over them, half mile and trail, 90 knots.
Inbound, Oshkosh, head towards Fisk. We need you over the railroad track, directly over the railroad track, 90 knots, nose tail, half mile. High wing, wigwags, half mile south of Fisk, rock your wings. Good rock, continue up the railroad tracks, and right downwind, runway 27, go ahead, monitor tower now, 118.5, goodbye.
Right, flight of 2.
Yeah. Alright, flight of 2 is the second one there, got the flashing nose light.
Affirmative.
Alright, keep it tight as you can, follow traffic ahead, enter the right downwind runway 27. Go to switch, monitor tower 18.5. Welcome to Oshkosh. Sure, half mile south of Fisk, rock your wings. Good rock, turn right, heading 090, follow the east-west runway, enter a left base for runway 36. Start that right turn for me, Sears. Good turn, go ahead, monitor tower on 11, correction, 126.6, welcome to Oshkosh. RV, half mile south of Fisk, rock your wings. There we go, that's a good rock. Turn right, heading 090, follow the east-west road. Enter left base, runway 36, monitor tower 126.6, welcome to Oshkosh. Cessna, half mile south of Fisk, rock your wings. There we go, good rock. Continue up the road tracks. So we're right downwind for runway 27. Milo Tower 118.5. Welcome to Oshkosh. Cessna, half mile south of Fisk, rock your wings. You can do better than that, come on. down. Give me a good rock. There we go. Turn right heading a 090. Follow the east-west road. Enter left base runway 36. Go ahead and give me that turn now. Nice turn. 090. Appreciate that. Go to monitor town 126.6. Well, welcome to Oshkosh. Everybody coming inbound to Fisk, just remember I need you directly over the railroad tracks, 90 knots, 1,800 feet, nose to tail, half a mile. If you're side by side or over under, we're going to break you out and come back, try it again. All right, we got a Cessna up high, a half mile south of Fisk, so rock your wings. Good rock, go ahead and start down, 1,800 feet, continue to follow the railroad tracks, enter a right downwind for 27.
Yes, you got 36?
Yeah, go ahead and start the right turn now. Make a right turn, 090, follow the east-west road, into left base 36. Go ahead and maintain 1,800 feet. You can monitor the tower 26.6. Welcome to Oshkosh.
It's a half mile south of Fisk, rock your wing. Good rock, continue up the tracks and go for 27. RV with the flashing lights, half mile south of Fisk, rock your wing. Good rock, we're going to turn right, 90 heading, join that east-west road, runway 36. I got two RVs coming up to Fisk, about a mile behind you. A little more space in between. If you can space a little about half mile in trail, please.
We're flight of 2.
All right, flight of 2, you just continue. I see that's going to give me a good rock. All right, beautiful rock. 2 RVs, just continue straight ahead for runway 27 up the track. Everyone approaching, we're going to go Puckaway Lake, put on your aircraft, assume the performance to follow. We're on the route to Fisk, maintaining a minimum of half mile in trail spacing. If you cannot maintain a half mile in trail, or you need to estimate it's not going to work, you need to break it off and go find someone else to follow. Everyone, for 27, you'll be on 18.5. If I return you for the 36, you're on 26.6. Everyone come up the track towards Fisk. Just keep coming. We'll pick you up when you're a half mile here, and I'll find the runway. Bonanza, half mile south of Fisk, rock your wing. Maybe not a Bonanza, RV. I see you out there. All right, make a right-hand turn, 90 heading for me. You're going to go for runway 36. Right turn, follow the east-west road. Nice job. All right, come up the tracks. Make sure if you're not a flight, I need your half mile in trail. Okay, nice job, my Bonanza. Once you're on that east-west road, monitor tower on 26.6. I got 2 Cessnas. First one with the left light, just half mile south of Fisk, crack your wing. All right, the first one, nice job. You see a beautiful rock. When you continue up the track from rate 27, just continue up the track from rate 27, monitor tower 18.5. Second Cessna, half mile south of Fisk, crack your wing. Beautiful rock. Turn right, about a 90 heading, join that east-west.
Demo over Fond du Lac, Warburg, parking Basler.
I was calling tower second type.
Vision jet, demo.
Eileen rolling out, left in their grass, welcome to Oshkosh. Vision jet, report 3 mile final runway 27.
Report 3 mile final 27.
Bonanza, midfield, right right downwind, begin your descent, your number 2, following traffic 2 mile final. Fans in the downwind, I will call your base. Bonanza, turn base. Bonanza 1, turn to the final. Clear to land at or after the green dot, runway 27.
Scott Tower, stage 691, Charlie Juliet, with the RNAO 27.
Citation at 691 Charlie Juliet, Oshkosh Tower, report 5 mile final, runway 27.
Report 5 mile final, 27691, Charlie Juliet.
Blue wall wing in the downwind, start your descent to base abeam the numbers, green dot, runway 27, clear to land. Quinn, if you need a hard surface, next right.
Right here for .com 665.
Next right, affirmative. Orange and white rolling. Turn base. 1 turn to final, runway 27, clear to land on the orange dot. Rolling down the runway, left in the grass, welcome Oshkosh. The RV on the right base, keep it all the way down to the green dot, green dot. Green tail dragger over the gravel pit, start your descent. Turn up base, abeam the numbers, green dot, runway 27, clear to land. Right tail dragger over the gravel pit, start your descent. Turn base, abeam the numbers, green dot, runway 27, clear to land. RV's rolling out, left hand of the grass, welcome to the show. Citation 691 Charlie Juliet, runway 27, clear to land. Silver tail dragger, turn base, turn base. Silver tail dragger on the right base, 1 turn to final, green dot, runway 27, clear to land. Vision jet, traffic, 4 mile final, runway 27, report in sight. Vision jet, follow this citation, runway 27, clear to land.
Follow citation, clear to land.
White tail dragger, 1 turn to final, orange dot, runway 27, clear to land. Cessna in midfield, start your descent, I'll call your base. Cessna over the gravel pit, start your descent, I'll call your base. Citation, clear to land on the numbers, on the numbers. Silver tail dragger, left in the grass immediately. Cessna in the midfield right downwind, continue your downwind, I'll call your base. You'll be following a Cessna in front of you. Tail dragger rolling out, left off the runway.
Goddamn flagman. One flagman there.
Vision Jet, direct the numbers, Vision Jet, and speed it up if you can, please.
Numbers.
Correct.
A 2 mile downwind. Your number 2 found a Vision Jet on a 2 mile final report inside off your right side.
We have it stopped, walk off.
Cessna, turn your right base to follow that Vision Jet. Second Cessna on the downwind, your number 3 following that Cessna on the right base. Station 1 Charlie at Juliet, your next right.
Flight of 2 helicopters, what's your intention?
Boeing Plaza, sir, stable.
All right, what I want you to do is I want you to go over to the lakeshore. Once you get over the lakeshore, I want you to turn southbound and hold it over the lake and beam the tower.
Beam the tower southbound on the lake for the helicopter flight.
And maintain that altitude.
Sir, maintain altitude.
All right, the first Cessna that we had turned base to follow the Vision Jet, I want you to direct the numbers. Direct the numbers, you clear to land at or after the green dot.
Skyhawk over the gravel pit for your descent, I'll call your base. Second Cessna and final, green dot, runway 27, clear to land.
Tower P-47, Fond du Lac, going to Warbird Island.
Report Warbird Island.
Just right, that's also 1.5 miles.
Second Cessna and final, green dot, runway 27, clear to land. Vision Jet right at the right turn onto the hard surface.
Welcome, quick.
First Cessna just coming over the numbers now. I need you airborne all the way down to the green dot. Good job.
Helicopters, contact tower on 126.6, 26.6. Cessna, turn base. Red and white, Cessna, start your right base. Red and white, Cessna, all the way around, right turn, all the way green dot, runway 27, clear land. Cessna, just past the gravel pit, start your descent.
P-47, Warbird Island.
Cessna rolling out left in the grass. T-47, report 5 mile final, runway 27.
5 mile final 27, can we be overhead?
Negative. Cessna over the gravel pit, start your descent. Tail dragger approaching right base. Turn base, so beam the numbers. Green dot, runway 27, clear to land. Field right downwind. Turn base to beam the numbers. Green dot, runway 27, clear to land.
Flight of 2 helicopters up 26.6, up 26.6. And I need you to go south, helicopters. You can't be on my final test. Flight of 2 helicopters, you got me if you still?
High wing over the gravel pit, start your descent. Turn base to beam the numbers. Green dot, runway 27, clear to land. Cessna in the downwind, turn base between the orange, beam the orange dots. Cessna rolling down left in the grass. Midfield. November 8 Mike Delta, are you on frequency?
Yes, ma'am. I'm Alpha.
November 8 Mike Delta, runway 27, clear to land. Round tail, turn base.
Tower P-47, we're coming up on a 5 mile final.
Midfield, downwind, start your descent. I'll call your base.
Cessna turning, high wing on the base all the way around. I need you airborne to that green dot, the one turning over the numbers now. The second Cessna, low wing, turning base right now. I need you to go right towards the orange dot. You're clear to land at or after the green dot. Cirrus, that's on final. You're clear to land on the numbers.
On the number 2.
Tower P-47, 5 mile final. I'm going to need the whole runway. I got a 100 flaps.
Looks like a stagger wing maybe, or a biplane. I need you to turn it, biplane, turn it. Turn it all the way and look for that orange dot. Aim for the orange dot, clear to land at or after the green dot. And keep it airborne that far, please. Low wing, that's on the downwind, extend downwind.
Yeah, our P-47 is going to need all of 27. I got a hung flat 5 mile final. Roger that.
High wing rolling down left center draft.
Blue lowering, turn base. Blue lowering, turn your base. Turn your base. You're following a Cirrus, just coming over to Lakeshore now. I want you to turn it all the way around. Look for that orange dot, clear to land, add it after the yellow dot. Or I'm sorry, the green dot.
So drag over the Grello Cliff for your descent out base. Aircraft doing a left 360, say call sign.
Looks like a red and white highway that just did a left 360. You on frequency? Answer me.
Yeah, 71, 4 Romeo Lima.
Okay, were you coming inbound here?
I was, and I got cut off. I was, and I got cut off. Do you copy?
November 41 Romeo Lima, there's an aircraft in the right downwind report in sight.
1 Lima, I want you to make a right turn for the base. Right turn to square the base, and I'll shore you up when you get a little bit closer.
Romeo Lima, right base.
You been bringing in closer? Alright.
Oh, it's too close now.
I'll push it in and out, get it over.
There's a white highway. I want you on the downwind for 36. The white highway. Just down, southbound on the lakeshore and come up 26-6.
Thank you.
Quick before we get close to it.
Wigwag, I need you airborne all the way down to the yellow dot. Wigwag, all the way
Here,
down to
master.
the yellow dot.
I just asked him about his master and his mags, that's all.
Master off, mags off.
Okay, yeah. Let's push it straight back and we'll move it over.
Need help with them, Dave?
That'll be good.
Well, we're going to be meeting up at the pad here pretty quick.
Okay. Now forward.
We'll get that.
The gun's turned off?
Yep.
Perfect. There you go. All right. Good job. Welcome to Ascot. Your first time? Good time. Make sure all your switches are off so that when you're ready to go, she's ready to go.
All right.
Okay?
And that guy right there is functioning. I want to. We flew up together.
Okay. Well, so I've got
Parking brake set. Throttle track. Fuel valve on. Ignition switches. Mixture. Stop clear. 2, 3. Traffic. Oil pressure is good. We'll be taking off 2-2.
Getting ready to depart.
Belts, canopy, trim, tops, switches. Up good. Light controls free and correct. Iowa County traffic, Sonics Flight of 2 departing runway 22, Iowa County. Set, stick back. Center line, throttle coming up. Cruise speed alive. Iowa County traffic, Sonics Flight of 2 departing the energy to southwest, Iowa County. I'm up.
I'm up.
I got you now.
I thought that was turbulence. I was like, oh, you're hitting some pretty bad turbulence. And then I thought, oh, he's probably trying to tell me to switch.
Yeah, the frequency seemed a little busy. I don't want to clutter up.
Gotcha.
You want to go back to 2500?
Like turbulence. For the second time, I was like, okay, I know what's going on.
Yeah. Want to go back to 2500?
Yeah, let's see what we get up there. I'm showing almost 20 miles an hour headwind right now.
Yeah, same here. If this keeps up, we might want to press on past Washington.
Okay.
Fly a 2-hour leg or so, and then fly the remainder back to Midwest.
Yeah. All right. I'm going to go to 35 and just go check it out real quick.
Okay, I'm going to climb up to 25 and I'll see what you report.
To imagine, totally disinterested in fox lizard hunting, and tougher than old boot leather. Once upon a time, I thought those Marines Caleb used to kick my ass were tough bastards, he reflected. But Hector could give them toughness lessons any day of the 5 day. Comments. Had it in full measure. He'd floated in and out of consciousness, mostly out, for 3 days after the attack. On the 4th day, however, he'd awakened clear-headed and fully aware. In some ways, the Order of Pasquale seemed to find the speed of his recovery even more miraculous than the fact that he'd survived in the first place. It seemed unlikely he'd ever regain full use of his left hand, but aside from that, his wounds were healing with a speed which baffled the most experienced healer. He'd be convalescing for a long time to come, but he was already cautiously mobile, and from the smile Garvey had surprised on his cousin's face yesterday, that wasn't the only thing he was capable of now. Garvey chuckled again, this time with a broad grin, and gave himself a shake. If he dawdled much longer, he'd miss breakfast entirely. He headed down the hallway again, more briskly than before, turned into the cross corridor that led to the breakfast parlor, and slammed to a halt. The woman standing outside the breakfast parlor's hand-polished doors was approximately the same height as Iris, but she was clearly some years older. She was also strikingly attractive, with the red hair of one of the northern realms and eyes as darkly blue as Merlin of Thrawis' own. Yet what drew the eye was the blackened breastplate of the Carizian Imperial Guard and the insignia of a captain. She stood neat as a cat lizard, hands folded before her, a sword identical to Major of Thrawis', or Emperor Caleb's for that matter, across her back, and what must be one of the new revolvers at her right hip. Not even the guard uniform and a breastplate could disguise her supple shapeliness, however preposterous it might be to see a woman armed and armored for war. But what struck Garvey most strongly in that first astonished moment was the serenity of those sapphire eyes, the calmness of her expression, and the strong, long-fingered hands of someone poised even here for instant, purposeful mayhem. Well, that and the fact that she couldn't possibly be here, and that he'd never seen her before in his life. "Good morning, General Garvey." She bowed slightly in salute. She had a pleasant voice, a corner of Garvey's mind noted, a bit on the deep side for a woman, with a musical, throaty edge. "Good morning," he heard himself reply, as if she had a perfect right to stand outside this door. Unfortunately, she most certainly did not. For that matter, he found himself wondering why none of the alert, highly trained guards he'd stationed around Montcheer Palace, especially since the Cathedral Square attack, had so much as mentioned her to him. A black breastplate and an unusual sword were far from sufficient to win free passage to the heart of his prince's living quarters without his personal and very specific approval. And I'm pretty damn sure I'd remember approving her presence. The tartness of the thought broke the grip of his astonishment, and he cocked his head, acutely aware, for some reason, of his own lack of weapons. "May I ask what you're doing here, Captain?" he asked a bit coldly, eyes flicking to the shoulder insignia and then back. "Be here without anyone's mentioning you to me. Emperor Caleb and Major Athrawis sent me to augment security for Prince Divan and Princess Iris, sir," she replied calmly, in an accent that reminded him of someone else. "It wasn't intended as any sort of an aspersion on Coruscant's ability to protect them, and what I've discovered so far about the Cathedral Square attack, especially what Duke Darkos had to say about the actual assassin, suggests you and your men were very much on your toes. Even if it didn't, I have firm instructions not to interfere with your procedures and operations in any way. His Majesty intends me as an adjunct, attached personally to Prince Divan, Princess Iris, and Duke Darkos, not as any sort of replacement for Sergeant Raymer or any other member of their regular detachments." "That's very generous of His Majesty," Garbai said, a shade more tartly than he'd intended, and suppressing an urge to point.
I leveled off at 1800. I'm at about your 4 o'clock.
Yeah, I see you. Did you throttle back in the descent?
I did.
"Will explain why no one warned me you were coming. I arrived late last night, bringing my orders with me, sir. You'd already retired, most of the palace staff had done the same, and I felt it would be rude to awaken you simply."
I'm going to monitor in a couple minutes here.
Okay.
He started to observe that he saw the shipping movement reports every morning, and that, according to them, no ships had arrived from Old Chorus or the Republic of Siddermark in the last 5 days, including last night, then thought better of it. He was beginning to cherish certain suspicions about the woman in front of him and how she might have arrived so tracelessly in Coruscant. And the reason none of the members, the regular members, of Prince Divan's personal guard saw fit to mention your presence when I arrived at the palace this morning, Captain? There was more than a trace of true anger in his voice this time. He didn't care if she'd been sent by Merlin Athrawis, Caleb Armok, or Langhorn himself. She did not have authority to issue orders to Divan or Iris's armsmen. And she most assuredly had no authority to tell them not to report the arrival of an armed stranger who'd arrogated access to the royal family to herself, and they damned well knew it. "I'm afraid they don't know I'm here yet, sir," she responded a bit apologetically. "It seemed simpler to just wait outside Prince..."
2, 10 miles to the north, entering on a upwind for 18 Washington.
Washington traffic, Skyline 8782 Tango, left base for 18, Washington. Washington traffic, Skyline 8782 Tango, final for 18, full stop, Washington.
2, 3 miles straight in, 18 Washington. Washington traffic, Sonic Slider 2, short final, 18 Washington. Washington traffic, Sonic Slider 2, back taxi 18 Washington. Washington traffic, Sonic Slider 2, clear the runway.
lieutenant's teeth were grinding again, and he clasped his hands behind him, hands curled into fists, while he pretended to study the brilliant flowers spilling over the mortared stone wall of the persimmon figs tree well. If the Regency Council wanted to assert its right to oversee the guard, surely it should have understood Prince Divan had to be protected by men trained and accustomed to that duty, men who'd served his father in the same role, who demonstrated their loyalty, understood the danger signs to look for, had the training and experience, the education to do the job properly. But no, not the Regency Council, and not General Garbo. Of course the boy wanted familiar faces around him. How could it be any other way? Given how his life had been shaken up 3 ways from Wednesday, it was inevitable that he'd want people he knew about him, and no child his age was fit to judge an armsman's actual competence, or lack of it. Shelton understood that, and he would have been delighted to find places in the Guard for the common armsman who looked after him in his exile, places where they could be properly evaluated and trained, or eased into some other honorable task if, in the end...
I took a peek at Midwest National on ADSB. There's no one around, so I'm going to monitor, and if I don't hear anyone moving around, I think we'll just do straight in.
Okay, sounds good. When do you want to switch over?
Right now.
Okay.
And then, not content with promoting a man who'd spent 30 years in the Army without ever rising above the level of sergeant to the equivalent of an Army major, they'd staffed the Prince's personal detachment exclusively with newcomers to the Guard who'd never been vetted properly and whose only claim to their positions was that they, too, had been with the Prince in Delpharock, where Earl Corus, professional spy and treason broker, had hired them because he couldn't find anyone better. Damn it, Shelton thought. Damn it to hell. They've got no business leaving the boy security in hands like that. Handed by that bastard Corus. He felt the rage quivering through his shoulders. Everyone knew what a conniver, what a schemer Philip Osgood was. Shelton had never understood why someone as smart as Prince Hector had chosen someone like that to safeguard his daughter and younger son in a foreign land. And whatever anyone else might say, Charles Shelton remained far from convinced by all this evidence about who'd actually ordered Prince Hector's assassination. He didn't doubt Iris and Divan believed it. What else could you expect from a girl child and a boy barely turned 10 when the guardian they'd been told to trust warned them Mother Church wanted them dead? That didn't necessarily make it true, especially when the only proof anyone had was Corus's own word and the testimony of a man who admitted he'd betrayed Mother Church's own Inquisition for decades before she went to war against heresy. Shelton could hardly believe, even now, that the Royal Council had chosen not simply to take a spy master's word for that, but then to put him and a girl barely 20 years old on Prince Divan's Regency Council, and made his sister his official guardian into the bargain. Couldn't they at least have found someone with a modicum of maturity instead of an empty-headed girl who was obviously thinking with her heart and other body parts instead of her brain? Someone who understood the need to hold those murderous Corisian heretics at arm's length instead of literally jumping into bed with them? Hell and damnation. If the council was going to be that stupid, why not go the full distance and put that foreign-born bastard of a duke on the Regency Council, too? No doubt he was already doing plenty of whispering into Iris's ear while he diddled her. And, of course, putting Ray Mayer in command of the boys' detail had bounced everyone else out of their rightful assignments. By seniority and experience, Lieutenant Hiram Bonastir should be Divan's personal armsman, and Shelton should command Iris's permanent detachment. He could have stomached that. He'd known Bonastir for over 15 years, knew he was a solid, loyal officer. He might be a bit too warm towards the reformists for Shelton's taste, but he sure as Sean Way hadn't been recommended by a spy or insisted upon by a doting little boy or a girl besotted by the common-born gigolo she'd taken to her bed. The one good thing was that, unlike Bonastir, Shelton didn't have to smile at his Grace of Darkos and pretend he trusted the son of a bitch. Of course, it was terrible that some misguided soul had killed so many bystanders, and it would have been a tragedy to lose Princess Iris. But at least it might have gotten that Shellhorn out of the heart of the palace and away from Prince Divan before he stung someone to death. And then, the final blow. A Carizian officially inserted into Prince Divan's own household without invitation, without consultation, without anyone even knowing about it ahead of time. Emperor Caleb had given all of Coruscant the back of his hand with that one, especially when he dispatched his personal agent long before he could have known the princedom would decide to bend its neck to the yoke. Obviously, it hadn't mattered to him what the Royal Council and Parliament might have ultimately decided. He'd wanted his spy, his eyes and ears, probably his assassin at need, inside Divan's household, where not even the guard could protect him. And it wasn't even an armsman. It was an armswoman. Shelton gagged on the thought. Women were all very well in their place, and someone with his height, looks, and position was more successful with them than most. But prancing around in armor, pretending she knew what to do with that sword she carried or that fancy new revolver of hers, daring to look at real armsmen, men who'd spent years learning their skills, earning that title, instead of having someone simply hand it to them because they were pretty or good on their backs, with those cool, dismissive blue eyes, and claiming captain's rank that made her senior to a Coruscantian royal guardsman. Well, the bitch is just likely she's not actually assigned to the guard, he thought hotly. She spins a good tale about being here as Caleb and Sharlayan's representative, about how they don't want her interfering. What it really does is save her from having to prove how good she really is, or isn't, as an armsman. That's what it does. She gets to sit around ingratiating herself even further with Iris and Divan without ever betraying the fact that she doesn't know shit about an armsman's real duties. Sharp way. She's even offered to teach Iris how to shoot. He snorted contemptuously. He'd seen her sitting on the east patio that morning as he passed by on his way to his counseling session with Major Myers. She'd had that newfangled and probably prescribed, whatever that so-called intendant might say back in Karis, revolver of hers on the table between her and Iris, showing the princess the damn thing's parts one at a time and explaining them. Even if she'd actually known how the thing's innards worked, which Shelton doubted, what possible need was there for Iris to learn it? It wasn't as if she'd ever use a weapon in her own defense. She was a woman, for Langhorne's sake. All part of that act of hers, he grumbled. Impressive as hell to a girl or a kid as young as Divan, but it's a hell of a lot easier to describe a double play than to actually execute one. Worst thing that could possibly happen for Iris or that husband of hers would be for someone to come at them and not have anyone but Captain Trelly.
Midwest National Traffic, Sonic Flight of 2, 10-mile final, 18, Midwest.
Oh, please. Just how stupid does Caleb think we are? He squeezed his eyes shut for a long, smoldering moment, then forced himself to exhale deeply. He'd only worry himself into an apoplectic seizure if he kept dwelling on it this way. All he and any of the real guardsmen could do was redouble their watchfulness to take up the slack for people like Raymer, keep an eye on Duke Darkos and the rest of the pro-Karis bootlickers, and wait for the opportunity to prove that, whatever else she might be, Nimue Chwerio was no Sajin sent by the Archangels to preserve Prince Divan and Princess Iris from the sinister, evil assassins of Mother Church. He told himself that firmly, nodded once, and resumed his progress towards the armory. It was more important than ever to perform his own duties efficiently if he wanted to demonstrate by comparison how poorly Lieutenant Raymer performed his. Besides, it wouldn't be long until lunch, and gunfire exploded somewhere ahead of him. For an instant, he froze, his right hand dropping to the double-barreled pistol at his side. Then he realized it had come from the pistol range General Garvey had insisted the guard construct inside the palace walls, and he relaxed a bit, only to stiffen once more as the gunshots continued to crack out, one after another. There were 6 of them, a slow, rolling thunder, timed as if by a musician's metronome, and Shelton's mouth tightened. Those reports could have come from only one weapon, and he altered course. "Clear your weapon," Nimue commanded from her position behind Iris.
Midwest National Traffic, Sonics flight of 2, 5 mile final, 18, Midwest. Midwest National Traffic, Sonics flight of 2, 3 mile final, 18, Midwest. When I cross the tree line, we'll start the real descent. Load up. So we cross it. Midwest National Traffic, Sonics flight of 2, short final, 18, Midwest. Midwest National Traffic, Sonics number 1, clear the active.
get a picture of both airplanes back then. If you can spin around and nose in it.
All right.
Super.